sold my cowboy boots on eBay. My Johnny Cash guitar, yeah, it's falling apart. Hell, I never even had time to learn to play. All my Wranglers are all worn out. Now they don't fit the same. I'll have to take to account I put on a couple pounds since she went away. Now Willie tried to tell my mama, don't let him grow up the cowboy way. Man, if she'd have been paying attention, I wouldn't be the man I am today. I sure don't want to be a cowboy anymore. Right off into the sunset with saddle sores. My truck's on blocks, my dog ran away. I lost my girl. And man, these Naugahyde chaps are chafing my thigh. Too many tears in my beer from goodbye. Man, I don't want to be a cowboy anymore. I threw out my back on the bull. Tried to thrill the girls, they weren't impressed at all. Cowboy thinks he can do anything with alcohol. Even if mama tried to warn me, I wouldn't have listened. Yeah, I was all up in myself, trying to be John Wayne. Couldn't see what I was missing. No, I don't want to be a cowboy anymore. Right off into the sunset with saddle sores. I want to keep my truck, my dog, and my girl. And damn these Naugahyde chaps, they're chafing my thigh. Too many tears in my beer from goodbye. I don't want to be a cowboy anymore. No, I ain't gonna be a cowboy anymore. Cut up my credit card from the Western store. Hey, my truck's fixed. Dog came home. Here's my girl. Never really did acquire a taste for the squirrel. Don't get me wrong, I still love Merle. I just don't want to be a cowboy anymore. Happy trails to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
What if I just walked away and left you crying? If I said I'd had enough, would you see right through me that was lying? And what if I said I found somebody else, and there's nothing you can do to keep me loving you? And I said those 5 words, I don't love you anymore. That's something I wouldn't do. That's something I wouldn't say. I couldn't stand to break your heart. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm never letting you go. I'll never say goodbye. Baby, you don't have to worry. I'll never walk that line. something that I'm telling you. It's what I wouldn't do. How could I even let those thoughts run through my mind? You know those tears rolling down your face, they would kill me every time. That's something I wouldn't do. That's something I wouldn't say. I couldn't stand to break your heart. I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm never letting you go. I'll never say goodbye. Baby, you don't have to worry. I'll never walk that line. Yeah, that's something that I'm telling you. It's what I wouldn't do. That's something that I'm telling you. It's what I wouldn't do.
His name is John Bultman. That is B-U-L-T-A or T-M-A-N. John Bultman, and that is Something I Wouldn't Do. And before that, a really fun song, Don't Want to Be a Cowboy Anymore. We'll have one more from John in just a moment because it is a Triple Play Thursday show on the Tim Kelly Show, live from Branson, Missouri, the live show capital of the world. And do we have a great live show for you tonight? 3 hours of the best in new country. Every artist on the program gets played 3 songs in a row. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. And a couple of great radio interviews tonight as well. I've got Brad Thomas from the Brad Thomas Project going to join me in the bottom half of hour number 1. In hour number 2, a great group called 2 Weeks Notice. You ever give one of those at work? They'll be with us on the program in hour number 2, and we'll find out all about their stories behind the songs, and we'll play 3 songs in a row from them as well. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to all of the stations that replay this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, downtheroadradio.com from Ireland, Bourbon Trail Radio, Top Shelf Radio Texas, Radio 94.3 in Sweden. We're on Hot and Funky Radio, 957 hotandfunkyradio.com, KWradio.com, Boone Country in Canada. We're on TexasBrewRadio.com down there in Texas, and NBRN online, there you go, .com out of Nashville, Tennessee. You can also catch the show on CountryMusicNewsInternational.com, and they play a lot of great shows on there as well. We're glad to be a part of it. You can catch the Tim Kelly Show on all the major streaming platforms like iHeartRadio, Amazon, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you search music or stream music, just search the Tim Kelly Show, Google search it. I go about 15 pages deep every time I search it. I'm on a lot of formats, and we definitely play New Country's best. The third song for John Bultman is called In a Small Town on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
I grew up on red dirt roads, old pickup trucks they'd run forever. It's the only kind of life I know, where high school sweethearts stay together. Yeah, I learned to shoot my grandpa's gun, stay out late nights having fun, running around where I come from. If you're from a little dot on a big old map, be thankful that you got to grow up like a lad in a small town. In a small town. You can leave the front door open all night long, sit on the front porch and strum a country song. Fish all night, then go to church. Come Monday morning, back to work. We work hard where I come from. If you're from a little dot on a big old map, be thankful that you got to grow up like a lad in a small town. In a small town. If you're from a little dot on a big old map, be thankful that you got to grow up like a lad in a small town. In a small town.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, see if the chips fall differently. Well, I see the answer. It starts where it ends. It's in the shape of a circle we find ourselves in. We can go up, down, around, down through the town, wearing out our shoes. We can go up, down, around, out through the crowd, searching for clues. Oh, we can go until we know what it is that you do. I see it all so crystal clearly. The giving and the taking ain't balanced evenly. And you see it too, but you just pretend. We're not stuck in a circle over again. We can go up, down, around, down through the town, wearing out our shoes. We can go up, down, around, out through the crowd, searching for clues. Oh, we can go until we know what it is that you do. do.
Song number 2.
Well, you swore that you never meant for it to get this far. As you loaded up the last of your bags into the car, all set to leave, there's just one more thing you couldn't help but say to me. Love ain't that strong. See, that's where you're wrong. Someday you'll drive up through the canyon, see my face in the side of a mountain, my reflection in the fountain that you threw a penny into. And I'll be laid up in my mansion, holding a rambling heart for ransom, unbothered by the phantom of a love that you let go. Oh, you call yourself a rambling man out on the road. You're nothing more than just a random fool that I used to know. Is your rearview mirror still clear like the day that you left? Are there tears on your steering wheel made from regret? Are you running from someone who getting tired of what you do? Is your passenger seat still empty like you? Someday you'll drive up through the canyon, swear you see my face in the side of a mountain, double take all around you, while my voice echoes in your ears. And I'll be laid up in my mansion, sleeping tight on a bed full of answers, the kind that you up and ran from, with the love that you'll never know. Oh, you call yourself a rambling man out on the road. You're nothing more than just a random fool that I used to know.
Her name is Brooke Ashton. It is Brooke with an E on the end of it. So go check her out on social media, Brooke Ashton. And that is called Ramblin' Man. That was me in my show open. Allie Ray goes, that was a mouthful you told about giving a shout out to all of the radio stations that play the program and where they can find you and all of that good stuff. But I do that every show. Yes, some of this program is pre-recorded and these interviews are as well. And you're going to hear the first one after this next song from Brooke Ashton. Before Ramblin' Man was a great tune called Circles. And I'm going to have Brad Thomas with the Brad Thomas Project join me on the program right after one more song from Brooke Ashton. It is called Rainy Day, and that's what's going to happen this weekend in Branson, so be prepared for that as well. Brooke Ashton on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
I must have been only 8 years old, sitting on my granddad's knee. He took $1 from his wallet, placed it in my hand, and smiled at me. He said, "Save this for a harder time. With all of your pennies, don't you forget that some of the best days haven't happened yet. So I'm saving up for a rainy day, putting memories into my piggy bank. When the clouds are rolling and the storm starts to break, I'll sit back with a smile and reflect on those days. There's a few extra dollars in my pocket now, and I have a family. Granddad would be proud, but it's time, not money, that I treasure most. 'Cause these days go fast, and with each my love grows. So I'm saving up for a rainy day, putting memories into my piggy bank. When the clouds are rolling and the storm starts to break, I'll sit back with a smile and reflect on those days, and they'll get me through. I pray I remember every detail of your face. If ever I'm met with a day when I'm all alone and my heart aches, so I'm saving up for a rainy day, putting memories into my piggy bank. When the clouds are rolling and the storm starts to break, I'll sit back with a smile and reflect on those days. Rainy day.
You're listening to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday tonight, and that means every artist on the program gets 3 songs in a row played, and the next 3 you get to hear some great stories behind these songs. Brad Thomas with the Brad Thomas Project is with us tonight. How are you, my friend?
Doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I appreciate your time tonight, and I've been looking forward to this because I've already interviewed your buddy Eric Lemons, and you guys play together down there in Alabama, so I've been looking forward to talking to you tonight.
I'm looking forward to, since I listened to the interview you did with Eric, and you know, he and I do a lot of work together and have a great time at it.
I actually knew of you first. You've had the Brad Thomas Project and been sending me music for a little while, and then Eric came along later, and he ended up getting interviewed on the program first, but it's sure great to have you tonight, too.
That's great to be here. Yeah, I was glad to see him do it, get on the interview, and I'm happy to be on right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You're down there in Alabama making great country music, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of north central Alabama. Most of where I play in this area and up into Tennessee and down toward Montgomery way, and just wherever they want to hear the music, man, we'll go.
Awesome. I just interviewed Jason Cole a few weeks ago. He's from Boaz, Alabama, and my wife lived there in Boaz back in 1979, I think she said, or something like that.
Yeah, Boaz not that too far. Jason's a good guy.
Yeah.
I like his stuff.
Yeah, he's great, and he just got back from the ISSA Awards in Atlanta, and a lot of artists that I play have been to that. The Josies are coming up next, and you guys got it going on.
Yeah, I went to ISA as well. I actually won like the male single of the year this year. So.
Nice, congratulations. Okay,
thank you. I
All
appreciate
right.
it.
We got to update that website.
Yeah.
Your early life was spent listening to metal music, though. Tell us about that and how you kind of got into country.
Yeah, that first album that I ever bought, I think I may have been 13 years old, was Van Halen 1.
Uh-huh.
And from there, I just started getting into Judas Priest and Iron Maiden and bands like that, Ronnie James Dio, and actually saw some of these live. I think the transition over into more country happened a few years ago when my wife and I went to see Blackberry Smoke.
Okay.
And we were just enthralled by them. And from there, I got into Cody Jinks, and it was just like a whole new world opened up for me.
Yep.
And I still like listening to my metal stuff like that, but if you catch me on any given day, I'm probably going to be listening more to Cody Jinks, Blackberry Smoke, Whiskey Myers, people like that.
I love it, man. Cody Jinks is from Texas, great independent artist, prolific songwriter too, and folks around the world know who he is. I was at a venue one time over here in Springfield, Missouri, not too far from my house, and this gal was wearing a Cody Jinks t-shirt in that venue, you know, and of course we're in Missouri and he's in Texas, so they know who he is around the world, don't they?
Well, they need to. If you don't, you need to.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna need to know who the Brad Thomas Project is too. And this project, you worked with other artists. We talked about Eric Lemons. You've got a duet that we're gonna play for you guys tonight. But you're also working with a young lady by the name of Kaylee Jordan as well.
Yeah, she and I, we did a couple of years ago. We had done some shows together, and I had two songs that I had written for a female. I don't qualify as that, so I had to find somebody to do it. I asked her if she would sing the two songs, and she did, and they turned out really great. She's a great artist on her own. She's got her own music out and like that, but you know we're good friends, and there's a lot of good stuff going on here in Alabama. A lot of good musicians.
That's awesome. You'll have to tell her to hit me up. I might be interviewing her next. That'll be awesome.
Yeah. I'll tell her.
Yeah, that'll be fun. You know, and from tonight's show, and this happens almost every show, there's a lot of people in here that are listening to your writing style, maybe want to do duet with you because they love your vocals, things like that. So you never know what those doors are going to open up. And you've been doing this for a little while. You stay in this business long enough, you meet some wild people, don't you? And I love that about music.
Yeah, you meet some great folks and some folks that, you know.
Yeah. Hey, I learned that a long time ago. It's internet radio, so.
Well, I've been fortunate that the people that I work with now, you know, from the band members that we have and Eric, we just enjoy being with each other, enjoy playing and making music.
Yeah, absolutely. What you create too borderlines on Americana and the country genre, and I love that. I've said that about Americana. If it sounds country enough, I'm going to play that. I'm really liking that genre mixed in with country music.
Yeah, kind of Americana kind of gets into that realm of where we put this music. We don't know. We'll call it Americana.
Mm-hmm.
But so there's a wide range of stuff that goes into that, and you know, my writing style, I mean, if Eric and I sit down and write one, it's going to have a much more of a country vibe to it. If I'm writing for myself, you know, I kind of get into this, fall in two categories. I do slide in that Americana, but I also have that kind of Southern rock side to me.
Yeah. Well, I said that about Eric in our interview, man. He's got a pure country voice, and when I heard him sing, I was just blown away. He's really, really good, and you are too. And together, and I didn't know this until recently that you guys were collaborating together, and that's how the interview with you came about too, because I knew of you first. But yeah, you guys sound great together, and then you throw in Kaylee Jordan, and you got it going on, brother.
Yeah, we actually, Eric and I have what I think is our best one is going to be released here in the next month or so. So we just keep plugging along.
Isn't that something? The best is yet to come, as they say there.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. You know, so tell us at a young age, let's go back in time. That 90s country is what got me into country radio. At a young age, at what point did you say, hey, I want to do something in music. I want to perform in front of folks and that kind of thing, write songs that people, you know, can relate to and touch their lives?
Well, it's kind of like, to be honest with you, it was, you know, I played guitar since I was 14 years old. Never really had any interest in doing anything with it until about 7 or 8 years ago. And when I began to play and played in front of a few folks, I thought, wow, it's kind of addictive.
Mm-hmm.
It's it kind of balances my life out, you know, and it helps me to maintain a perspective on things, and there's such a satisfaction when you play one of your own songs in front of a group of people and get a great response from it. You know, it's not just a cover; it's what you created.
Mm-hmm.
That is a great feeling.
Yeah, you know, I've said that about especially these smaller venues, you know, around the country. You can see these people really resonating with that song. They might tear up hearing the story that you tell, you know, because you put your heart and your soul out there in your music, and it's a story of your life in many cases. And that's the real deal of country music. 3 chords and the truth, they call it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. One of the first times it ever hit me is I was playing in a little small place in the south of where I live, and it was toward the end of the night, and you know, the restaurant business is winding down. There's just a handful of people there, and told a story about a song that I had written about my hometown, about, you know, how it had gone downhill. And when I got done, the lady came up and said, "Who did that song?" And I told her, I said, "I did." And, and the look on her face was like, "Are you serious?" It was just a cool moment.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that is neat because those are stories that you get to tell for folks in front of live shows like you're doing tonight. I call them the stories behind the songs, and that's why I love doing these interviews. And I get a lot of song titles that I don't know what the song's about until I ask you guys, the artists, and some of them may just be a one-word title, and that's really cool. But with your relationship now with Kaylee and with Eric, you guys probably can do a pretty wide variety of songs, and even a lot of folks' favorite cover songs. So tell us about some of those that you like to do, some of your favorites.
Oh, I have a really wide range, I guess you'd say, because I do like to go back and do some of, I guess you would say, 70s classic rock. And you do some Jim Croce, do some James Taylor and stuff like that, and Steve Miller Band, and you know, I try to find stuff that fits, you know, kind of fits me and fits my range, and you know, you know, Steve Earle. I mean, it's just a whole bunch of covers that we have on our side. And if Eric's doing his is going to be more of the 90s country, 2000s country.
I love it.
So we do a wide range of that, and of course, as time goes on, we work in more and more of our own stuff.
That's awesome. I love that. You struck a chord literally with me when you said the Steve Miller Band. That was my first 8-track tape back in the day when your car used to have 8-track tape players in them.
Yeah.
And Steve Miller Band, Book of Dreams, and then Fleetwood Mac Rumors. Those were my first 2. I love them.
Those are great albums.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and we're still talking about those. I mean, that's been probably 40 years ago, back in the 70s, 40 plus years, maybe 50, a long time ago. But if you're still talking about your music even 10, 20 years from now, that's a pretty good deal, huh?
I'd say so, man, because good music, it just keeps going.
Yeah, it really does. And, you know, you guys make that kind of music that resonates with folks. And so tell us about your writing style now. Do you and Eric probably feed off of each other a lot, or talk probably daily or weekly and have song ideas you pitch back and forth to each other, or what?
Yeah, we do. I mean, the thing is that I write a lot of things on my own. I write a lot of things with him. And he'll just, for example, like the song coming out is called "Still a Cowboy," and he texted me one night and he told me that he had been involuntarily dismounted from his horse, and it was hurting. He said the ground is a whole lot harder, and so, you know, he said this would make a great song. And so I wrote the first verse and the chorus and recorded it and sent it to him, and he said, "Let's keep going. I like where it's going."
Uh-huh.
So, you know, you never know what's going to spark that creativity.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I'll sit down and I've got a story in mind that or something that I've observed or been through, and then wrap the song around that. It's different depending on how that creative spark hits you.
Yep, and that's what's neat about music. You know, I was talking to a young gentleman. He just turned 17 not too long ago, and he was telling me down there in Texas, he's down from around Paris, Texas, or Texarkana, and he was talking about, you know, going with his grandma, and he goes, "Where are we going?" She goes, "Just somewhere north of Dallas." he's like, man, I got to put that in a song just north of Dallas or something like that. You know, that's either got to be the title or in the lyric somewhere. So you just never know. Traveling with, you know, your relatives and people that you hang out with all the time, ideas just come up, don't they? You might see a road sign driving down the road and you're like, okay, I got to write a song about that. So creative minds don't get much sleep either, do they? Might wake you up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you have to call Eric or text him, hey, I got an idea for a song.
It happens.
Yeah, but absolutely. Well, tell us about the first song. It's simply called Shake the Dust. What's this one about?
So I'd always wanted to write a song about my love for playing out, you know, playing gigs and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had the actual body of the song, the chord structure and everything. I had it for about 6 months. I sat there, you know, playing it. And my wife one day looked at me and said, are you ever going to do anything with that? And I said, yeah. I said, but I just can't figure out what to go with it. And you know, when you go play out, sometimes you play to a great crowd. Everybody's into it. Things go well. And then sometimes you might as well be playing to a wall.
Yeah.
It just, you know, there are those nights that just don't go well.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I thought about actually a Bible verse where, you know, Jesus told the disciples, you know, if you're preaching the gospel and they don't listen, shake the dust off your feet and go to where they will. And I thought that's a great way to look at, you know, playing out. You know, if they don't want to hear you here, go. There are people that do.
Yeah.
So shake the dust and go.
Wow.
And so that's kind of what spurred that song on.
See, that's a powerful message that you've told to the world, because there's a lot of artists that can relate to that. You know, they've all been there. You guys, you know, sometimes are still playing the little honky tonks and things like that. Jason Aldean said living off the tips of a pickle jar, that kind of thing. You've probably seen it all doing this music for as long as you've been doing it. So that definitely resonates.
Yes, sir. Well, I mean, it's just one of the truths. If you're going to play out and things, this is what's going to happen sometimes.
Yep. My wife bought me for a Christmas present a few years ago the memoirs of Charlie Daniels and the Charlie Daniels Band, and it's entitled Don't Look at the Empty Seats, because he believed whether you're performing in front of 20 folks or 20,000, you just do the same quality show, and like you said, shake the dust off and go to the next one if that one didn't work out.
Amen. That's what you got to do.
I love it. We're going to come back and talk to Brad Thomas with the Brad Thomas Project some more after we play Shake the Dust. He is with us tonight on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
I've been waiting all week long just to play my songs, play them all night long. And now the time has finally come. Let's get it on. Yeah, get it on. So let's head up 65 where the white lines know my name. It's another town and another show, and oh, one thing's a must. Let's shake the dust. Let's shake the dust. The stage is warm, the lights are bright. Yeah, the time is right. Yeah, the time is right. So come on in and take a seat. Sing along tonight. Sing along tonight. So let's head down 65 where the white lines know my name. Well, it's another town and another show. Lord, one thing's a must. Let's shake the dust. Let's shake the dust. the dust. Let's shake it.
Brad Thomas with the Brad Thomas Project. That is called Shake the Dust. Man, this has been such a great interview. You're going to want to go back and hear this one again. You don't have to shake the dust on this one.
I hear you, man. I hear you.
But you may go to your next one. You've probably done several of these. You're pretty good at these radio interviews and telling these stories.
I've done a few. I can remember the first one I did. I was kind of terrified,
Mm-hmm.
stuttering all over the place and all that kind of thing. I went back and listened to it before, and I thought, oh my gosh, that was
Yep.
probably like the first time I was on stage.
Yeah.
Didn't sound too good.
Well, I see that in a lot of, especially younger artists. They're timid and they're shy, and I've done a lot of first radio interviews for those folks as well. But watching their careers blossom over the last 14 years almost of doing this program, and you included, you guys sound really good together, and you and Eric are fantastic, and they're going to find that out in this next song because it's a duet that you did with Eric. So, I love watching you guys just get better and better at the songwriting, the performances, the whole thing.
Well, it's all a process, man.
It
You
is.
never get to the end. You just keep plugging forward.
Yep, absolutely. Shake the dust off and go on. Small Town Bar is the title of this duet. Tell us about this one.
All right, now this one's got an interesting story to it because there was a place, and we haven't played at this place in probably 2 years now. A place that we went to quite a bit. Had some really good nights there, some good times there. It had kind of seen a little bit of a decline, and one night we went there, and it was a disaster. The whole kitchen staff walked out.
Mm.
People were angry because they weren't getting their food, and
Wow.
and then we go up there and play, and it's one of the nights where it's like, okay, we might as well be playing at home. That's part of the lyrics, you know. And then we get in the car to go home, and of course thunderstorm comes over, and Eric and Amy actually got pulled over by the police on the way home, and it's just one of those things. It's like, let's just put this day in the past.
Uh-huh.
And I sat down the next day and wrote this, and sent it to Eric, and he put his twist on it, and he helped me change around a few things and reword things better, and we decided, well, might as well put it out. So, not naming the place, but it was a small town bar, and one of those nights.
Isn't that interesting? The perils of being on the road as a performer. And I hear that all the time, too. I recently met one of my friends that I'd been playing on the radio, and I'd never met her in person. So she's playing over here at a small bar and grill over here in Springfield, Missouri at Southbound Bar and Grill. And so I went over there and saw her. Her name's Casey Johns. And she was telling me kind of a similar story, not about a venue, but just about like blowing a tire and having to spend that money to get a new tire on their vehicle. And, it's just all that kind of stuff that you deal with on being on the road. You got some crazy stories, I bet, other than that even to tell.
There've been some wild happenings.
Well, if you haven't done it yet, what is the Brad Thomas Project dream gig? An artist that you would like to maybe open for, or somebody you might like to do a duet with that you haven't had the opportunity?
Gosh,
big
if I would
names.
open, well, I've already mentioned them. If I ever open for Blackberry Smoke or for Cody Jinks or anyone like that, and I would. I'm probably so nervous I couldn't do it, but I would love to do it.
That'd be the deal. Okay. And, standing in that half circle at the Grand Ole Opry wouldn't be a bad deal either. You may do it at the Josie Awards coming up if you go, but, accepting an award and standing in that half circle with all that history and country music, that's a pretty good deal too, huh?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. I got to go last year nominated, and so I had to walk up there and touch the stage and get my picture taken to these touching the stage.
Absolutely. And I talk about it all the time. That started out as a barn dance. That's why it has a barn background, and it was a free barn dance, and it got picked up by an insurance company sponsoring it, and then later on WSM Radio sponsored it, and 100 years later they just celebrated their anniversary, and they started charging a quarter because the crowds got so big, and then they ended up building a 2,400 seat Ryman Auditorium.
Yeah.
So,
which is still going to this day.
Still going, and real country music is what folks want to hear still to this day, and I love having it on the radio, and it's been fun having you today.
It's great to be here, man.
Absolutely. The third song going to kick off the top of the next hour is more of an upbeat, maybe a little bit more rock and roll song called Soul Shaker. Tell us about it.
I guess about a year ago, I came up with the chord structure for the song, and I played it for a buddy of mine, Justin Veal. He and his wife have their duo, Justin and Tab, and he's worked with me on a couple of songs, and I played it for him, and I said, I really just don't know if this is worth looking at, because I had this idea of a guy talking about this woman, stay away from her because she'll shake your soul kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And he kind of encouraged me. He said, keep going with it, keep going. And so I went back and kept rewriting lyrics, changing the structure a little bit. And it finally came to a point that I just sat down on my phone and recorded it and sent it to Justin. And I said, Justin, what do you think? And he said, let's go record it. And so we went to E320 Studios in Decatur with David Vest, sat down and recorded that song, and it has jumped up over 3,000 spins in about a month. So
Wow.
it's which I know is small potatoes, but for me, that's the fastest growing song that I've had. So I really like the response to it.
That is awesome. Well, we're going to spin it on 13 other radio stations tonight for you and put it out there. And then we're also going to chart this radio show on the Roots Radio Report and with Joyce Romgotti on Country Music Weekly. And we're also going to do New Music Weekly for you.
Good deal, man. Appreciate it.
So, yeah, we'll get you out there. It's pretty cool to see your name up there on the charts with somebody like Cody Jinks, too, if that ever happens, huh?
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Awesome. Well, you've been kind of cool to talk to, man. Thanks for doing this tonight. Where can folks find the Brad Thomas Project if they want to check out more of your music on social media?
On social media, I'm on all of them. Under Brad Thomas Project, on all the, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Threads, and we're on all the streaming services as well, from Spotify to Apple Music, and website is bradthomasmusic.com, and I try to keep that as up to date as I can on where we're playing, what we're doing, and like I said, just taking everything day by day, and seeing what happens.
Awesome. I love it. Well, if you ever come to Branson, Missouri and in the middle of the country, be sure to hit me up. I'd love to meet you in person, and same way with Eric and you guys. So we would love to see you here maybe in a live show. I'll throw some venues at you and see if we can't maybe get you here one of these days.
Hey, we'd love to do it. We actually talked about it.
Hey,
so, yeah,
awesome.
We'd love to make a trip out to.
This is a small town, too. You got Small Town Bar, the title of that song. But Branson, most people don't know, is only a population of a little over 10,000. But about 8 to 9 million people come here a year for the tourism, the shows, and all the fun stuff to do here.
That's wild. That's a lot of people.
I got a 30-minute video playing behind me on the TV screen over here on YouTube of all the cool stuff to do in Branson. So yeah, we'll definitely have a great time hanging out. But boy, it's been great hanging out with you tonight in this interview. Thanks for doing it.
Hey, I'm just thankful for people like you that are helping these little guys like me.
No, you're so welcome. I appreciate that, and we'll see you on the radio, as I say around here. All right.
Good deal, brother.
Thank you, Brad. Brad Thomas with the Brad Thomas Project. This is a duet with Eric Lemons called Small Town Bar, and then Soul Shaker coming up on the KICR Indie Country Radio Triple Play Thursday show with Tim Kelly playing New Country's best.
Is right, but I can't get a single person to give a damn tonight. Can't even get my band meal till an hour past its due. I could use another beer, but you know I can't get that too. 'Cause it don't matter who I'm playing, Haggard, Hank, or Jones. I might be better off picking these tunes at home. So load it all up and warm up the car and take me away from this small town bar.
played 'em slow, we played 'em fast, it didn't mean a thing. Like waiting on a phone call, but the darn thing never rings. We've had some good times here, I know it's one of those nights. Would you please bring me another beer before you turn out the lights? It don't matter who I'm playing, Waylon Willie or the Stones. I might be better off picking these tunes at home. So load it all up and warm up the car and take me away from this small town bar. Well, a thunderstorm came over about the time we hit the road. Then came the blue lights, Lord, we'll never make it home. They said, son, where you going? You're driving way too fast. Sir, I just want to put this day in the past. 'Cause it don't matter who I'm playing, Brad Thomas or George Jones. I might be better off just picking these tunes at home. So load it all up and warm up the car and take me away from this small town bar. Yeah, load it all up and warm up the car and take me away from this small town bar. I can't wait for next Friday night to play another small town bar.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
In that crimson red dress, she's a perilous sight, a true evil temptress cloaked in shadows of the night, with eyes like fiery ice, gaze that cuts you deep, a soul as dark as coal, the secret she will keep. She's your soul shaker, your ultimate demise, a widow maker's touch, reflected in your eyes. You'll need an undertaker when a dance with you is done. Her love's a spirit breaker, she's your only one, soul shaker. Built to slay, no one could ever tame her. She simply goes her way. Bless your soul if you try to hold her to your will. Yes, she's a fortune angel standing perfectly still. She's your soul shaker, your ultimate demise, a widow maker's touch, reflected in your eyes. You'll need an undertaker when a dance with you is done. Her love's a spirit breaker, she's your only one, soul shaker. She'll cast a spell upon you, a twisted dark design. She's your soul shaker, your ultimate demise, a widow maker's touch, reflected in your eyes. You'll need an undertaker when a dance with you is done. Her love's a spirit breaker. She's your only one. Soul shaker. Soul shaker.
Three great songs, one great artist. Brad Thomas with the Brad Thomas Project tonight. Thank you for doing the interview tonight, Brad. I appreciate it. And his buddy Eric Lemons in a duet too as well. We'll have a surprise for you here in just a second with Eric Lemons. I've got him loaded up and ready to go as well on a triple play for Triple Play Thursday. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. That is the website. I am live on it right now. Scroll down just a little bit. You'll see a Radio Boss player. Click play on that. That is the live show, and the live audio goes over there. There's a QR code underneath it. Scan that, download the Tim Kelly Show app, save it to your mobile device, and every time I do go live, you'll be able to hear it audio anywhere you go. You can sync it with the Bluetooth in your vehicle and take that with you, and then scroll down a little bit further, and you'll see we're live on YouTube right now at KICR Indie Country Radio, and I'm live on TikTok, hanging out with a lot of fine folks over here at Tim Kelly on Air on TikTok. Eric Lemons has played with Brad Thomas and the Brad Thomas Project many times. They're buddies. They hang out. They write songs together. And you're going to hear 3 great songs right now from Eric Lemons. Eric Lemons Music is where you can find him on social media. This first song is called The Good Ones on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR. Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
My favorite horse was a sorrel mare. She rode so smooth, like floating on air. From horse shows to rodeos to quiet days on the trail, she carried my family without fail. But like all good things, that must end. Most are taken for granted until then. And when I buried her that June, on a sunny afternoon, my little girl said, "Daddy, the good ones died too soon." My best dog, he wasn't mine at all. Belonged to my son, but he'd run each time I called. You couldn't keep him in the barn. He'd follow us around the farm. And at night, he protected us from harm. But the dog years, well, they add up fast. And he was quickly caught by his past. And the day that he went down, when we laid him in the ground, I said, "Son, the good ones died too soon. The good ones died too soon. They're like flowers in bloom. They're here for a moment, and then they're gone. But the joy that they bring can't be replaced by anything. Yeah, the good ones died too soon." They say heaven has streets of gold, but I'd be just as happy on an old dirt road. And when you see me up there, I'll be riding that sorrel mare, followed by that old blue dog.
number 2.
Slowly turning pages on a quiet October night. The cool autumn air dances with the candlelight. An album filled with pictures faded by time. Every turn is a bookmark to a piece of my life. There's me and your mother, then there's one of you. In a flash, you were grown, off and married too. My tears of joy and my tears of pain fall down my face exactly the same. If I'd only known how fast time can fly, and you'd be grown in the blink of an eye, I would have given more of me to you if I only knew. Soldier so brave. The next one is me, standing by his grave. Well, I knew you as Grandpa, but you were my best friend. I just couldn't see how quickly it would end. If I'd only known how fast time can fly, and you'd be gone in the blink of an eye, well, I would have given more of me to you if I only knew. Picture of loved ones called home before their time fills me with memories, tortures my mind. I was consumed with all of my dreams, not thinking of them or what they might need. Time can fly, and they'd be gone in the blink of an eye. I would have given more of me to you if I only knew. I would have given more of me to you if I only knew.
His name is Eric Lemons. Lemons once again, If I Only Knew, and the good ones before that. Eric Lemons Music is where you can find him on social media, and he is good friends, and they perform together with Brad Thomas and the Brad Thomas Project as well. The Brad Thomas Project and the Eric Lemons interview will end up in the, Eric's is already in there, but the interview with Brad Thomas will end up in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives tonight after this live show is over. Check that out at the top of the homepage of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Got a bunch of great interviews in there. Go down to the bottom of the page. If it says load more, it will absolutely do that. It will load a lot more, and you can find your favorite country music artists that you know independently as an artist, and some of the bigger names. I've interviewed T.G. Shepherd and Mo Bandy and John Barry, William Lee Golden from the Oak Ridge Boys. Got a bunch of great radio interviews in the archives, so go check it out. The Old Sad Songs, the third song in the triple play for Eric Lemons on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on this triple play Thursday.
There's something about these country nights. I've got tequila by the firelight. I've got my friends, got my guitar, and Lord knows we ain't going far tonight. I'm picking and singing them sad old country songs. A little Keith Whitley, then a little George Jones. Then she said, play me a happy song, I'm feeling bad. Play me a happy song, you sing so sad. I said, now darling, these old sad songs are all we have. At the moon and gently swaying to the melody. Why she gotta be so uptight? Let's just let it be. But she said, oh, play me a happy song, I'm feeling bad. Play me a happy song, you sing so sad. I said, now darling, well, these old sad songs are all we have. Now old Keith Whitley, he said it best as I recall. When he sang, you say it best when you say nothing at all. She had to screw it all up and say, play me a happy song, I'm feeling bad. Play me a happy song, you sing so sad. Play me a happy song, I'm feeling bad. Play me a happy song, you sing so sad. I said, now darling, well, these old sad songs, well, these old sad songs, well, these old sad songs are all we have. They're all we know. They're the best. You bet.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it?
Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
I'm in my crazy, feeling kind of reckless. Lately, the thought of changing it is never once crossed my mind. And if you ask me why, it's probably 'cause of my cowgirl impulses. Scream and do it, don't think twice. Cowgirl impulses have you acting out of line. I'm so damn stubborn, it's a southern way. Cowgirl impulses. Cowgirl impulses. I'm in my crazy when I'm at the bar. You can probably bet on the fact that I'm buying rounds. I got the house all on me. You can't blame it on my cowgirl impulses. Scream and do it, don't think twice. Cowgirl impulses have you acting out of line. I'm so damn stubborn, it's a southern way. Cowgirl impulses. Cowgirl Cowgirl impulses, scream and do it, don't think twice. Cowgirl impulses have you acting out of line. I'm so damn stubborn, it's the southern way. Cowgirl impulses. Cowgirl impulses. Cowgirl impulses, scream and do it, don't think twice. Cowgirl impulses have you acting out of line. I'm so damn stubborn, it's the southern way. Cowgirl impulses. Cowgirl impulses.
Song number 2.
These hometown boys just like me too much, and I've had enough. They say that they like my outfit, or they like my smile, or they like my touch.
I think I like you, but maybe I don't. If I do, I won't admit it.
And I say no, no, no. You say please, please, please. I'm just not so sure. You say I might just be the one you're looking for. I know how your hometown boys can be. And it's not that you're not just a little bit cute, but if I said I liked you, it might just be the truth. And I can't tell you. These hometown girls just like me too much, and I've had enough.
She says that she likes my truck, or she likes my hair, or she likes my touch.
I think I like you, but maybe I don't. If I do, I won't admit it. say no, no, no. You say please, please, please. I'm just not so sure. You say I might just be the one you're looking for. I know how you hometown boys can be. And it's not that you're not just a little bit cute, but if I said I liked you, it might just be the truth. And I can't tell you. Oh, you're a bad, bad girl. Oh, you're a bad, bad boy. And I know how you hometown people are.
And I say no, no, no. You say please, please, please. I'm just not so sure. You say I might just be the one you're looking for.
I know how your hometown people can be. And it's not that you're not just a little bit cute, but if I said I liked you, it might just be the truth. And I can't tell you.
Her name is Trisha Marie. That is a great duet that she did with her brother. It is called Hometown People. And before that, another great tune called Cowgirl Impulses. And you can hear the stories behind these songs that we're playing from Trisha Marie on an interview that we did just about a week ago. And that is also in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives at the top of the homepage of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. After we play one more song from Trisha Marie, my second radio interview of the evening is going to happen. 2 weeks notice will be here, and you'll get to hear the stories behind the songs of that great group and why they call themselves 2 Week Notice. We'll talk about that and a whole lot more after we play Jolene from Trisha Marie, who at last check has had over 4 million views on TikTok. She is blowing it up with this song. Jolene, Trisha Marie on Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
His eyes were holding back so he wouldn't notice that his arm was touching her back and she didn't mind. He said it was all pretend. I didn't believe it then. He told me to trust again, but I wouldn't try, 'cause I know how this ends. Oh, he'll tell me that you're better than the rest. He'll tell you that you're prettier than the rest. And he'll tell you that you don't gotta worry about nothing else. But Jolene, he's gonna cheat on you and you're gonna see. And I know that he's a dog and he's never been house trained. So if you really think he ain't gonna do the same thing to you, Jolene. He ain't a man of his word. I learned that shit the hard way. You think he love you for you, but girl, he love you for play. 'Cause he thinks he's something to look at, and you think he's something to look at. And I think you're looking too far back, 'cause I know how this ends. Oh, he'll tell you that you're better than the rest. He'll tell you that you're prettier than the rest. And he'll tell you that you don't gotta worry about nothing else. But Jolene, he's gonna cheat on you and you're gonna see. And I know that he's a dog and he's never been house trained. So if you really think he ain't gonna do the same thing to you, Joe. And I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. And if you want a warning, girl, I thought you should know. I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so. I hate to say I told you so. Jolene, he's gonna cheat on you and you're gonna see. And I know that he's a dog and he's never been house trained. So if you really think he ain't gonna do the same thing
to the Tim Kelly Show on KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. It is Triple Play Thursday, and that means every artist on the program gets 3 songs in a row played tonight. You get to hear the story behind these next 3 songs, though, with 2 weeks' notice. And Jack Walsh calling in tonight. How are you, my friend?
I'm very good, Tim. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for doing the program. I appreciate the time, and I've been playing your music for a little bit. It is fantastic, and we get to hear the stories behind these 3 great songs tonight as well.
Well, I'm excited to tell them to you.
Hey, I'm excited to hear them, and you guys are from up there in North Dakota, Fargo.
Yeah, we're based out of Fargo. The 3 brothers, we grew up in Minnesota, small town called Park Rapids, where we grew up. We've been over in Fargo now for the last handful of years, playing music, working jobs, college, all that stuff.
Speaking of jobs and giving a 2 weeks notice, I've done that a time or two. Is that how you come up with the name of the band?
Yeah, that was kind of the idea. I guess the end of the day, the plan is to be able to quit our jobs and be able to go after music full time. We're not quite there yet, but we're plugging away at it one day at a time.
Hey, that's awesome. Tell us the members of the band and kind of how you guys got started.
Well, like I said, it's 3 brothers, Jack Walsh, Tim Walsh, and Dan Walsh. Dan's bass player, Tim's guitar player, and I'm the singer, do some rhythm acoustic. We got started when we were kids. We were 12 years old. Tim and I are a little older than Dan. We played in the middle school band with a couple of friends. We were in the percussion section and didn't necessarily like playing classical music like that, so we decided to get a drum set, and we had just learned how to play guitar, started a band with a couple buddies from back home, and that was originally called Incredibly Real. And then played that through high school, and then going into college, we kind of stopped playing music for a little while after we got out of college. Me and the 3 brothers, we put another band back together called 2 Weeks Notice then, and that's what we've been playing as here for the last 4 years.
That's awesome. That's a question I ask all the time, if you have any brothers and sisters that are musically inclined and all of that. So you definitely have that. You got at least 3 and formed a band, so that is awesome. And a great trio, and you guys do a lot of corporate events, private parties, that kind of thing too.
Yeah, we do it all. We do anything from music festivals to county fairs, street dances, you name it. If it's in North Dakota or Minnesota, we probably play there at some point. Obviously, the corporate stuff and the private gigs are what kind of help keep the lights on for us. But we just love playing music. We'll play it where anybody will listen. Yeah,
and you play a wide variety of music too, like a blend of country, rock, and pop. So that's good stuff.
Yeah, pretty much anything anybody wants to hear. It's pretty much all stuff that that I want to listen to. If I was out at a bar drinking beer, that's the kind of stuff we play, and that's on our cover band side. Now we've kind of gotten into the original music here lately.
Right. So let me ask you, the real talent in playing instruments, do you guys teach yourself how to play? Did you take lessons or what?
No, we were real fortunate. We had a guitar teacher named Alex Seaman, who's one heck of a guitar player. And he taught us when we were real little, and he taught us more than just the theory. He actually got us into playing songs that we could show people and kind of show some progress, and that's kind of what hooked our attention into it. So we were pretty fortunate to get to learn that way.
Awesome. Vocally, who's the lead singer? I believe it's you, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I handle the lead vocals, do a lot of our songwriting. Both the boys, they'll toss a little harmony in there, and Dan, he'll pick up a couple of leads on a handful of songs throughout our sets as well.
Okay. So tell us this, because I'm always interested. I've got several artists that I've interviewed from up there up north. Minot, North Dakota is up there where Tiger Lily Gold is from. You probably have heard of them. They're real popular. And you've got Mike Morris up there. I've interviewed him a couple of times. What's the country music scene or the music scene like up there when that cold, hard winter hits?
Things slow down definitely in the winter time, but really got a great music scene, a lot of great bands. Tiger Lily, we had the opportunity to play with them over in Montana last summer, I believe it was. Got to meet them, a great couple people there, and it's really a nice community. There's been a lot of people, a band called Slamabama from Fargo, North Dakota. They've really taken us under their wing and kind of showed us how it all works. And we were pretty lucky to get to meet a bunch of great people that way and kind of show us how the business works.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Slamabama, I'll have to check them out.
Yeah, no, they're definitely worth a look. I guess they're originally from Alabama, I believe, but they've been up in North Dakota for a handful of years playing music. Pretty big deal up here.
Yeah, that is awesome. And you guys have a great sound, and folks are going to figure that out here in just a little bit when we play these songs that you guys picked tonight for the program. So how long have you been together then as a band?
Well, like I said, the current iteration of 2 Weeks Notice, about 4 years old.
4?
Yeah, but the three brothers, we've been playing music since we were 12, so you're talking a little over, probably almost 15 years at this point.
Yep. Hey, that's awesome. Being an independent artist doesn't mean that you're totally new at the business. Sometimes you play for a long, long time. I've talked to artists that have been in the music business for 40 years and they still run as independent, and then basically that means you don't sign to a major label and you get to play the kind of music you want to play, tell the stories you want to tell. There's benefits to that, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. And I guess with the way that the current way that everything's laid out with being able to post your own music so easily on the streaming services,
yeah,
it makes it pretty simple to get what you want people to hear out there.
Right.
Kind of opens it up to everybody.
And getting radio airplay is a pretty cool deal. We're going to put you out to 13 radio stations around the world tonight with one push of the button. That's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you for playing our music and giving us the opportunity to chat with you.
You bet. I'm excited to do it. Just can't figure out why. That's the title of the first song. Tell us the story behind this one, and then we'll play it for the folks here in a bit.
Just can't figure out why was that's a love song. Kind of took a shot at it in kind of the style of a Luke Combs type song.
Mm-hmm.
Not a real great story behind it. I wrote this one along with a song called For Your Own Good, which is a heartbreak song, both within a week, if that gives you any idea of how that relationship at the time went. But it's a fun song, and I meant every word of it when I wrote it.
Yeah. And speaking of songwriting, that is something that I love talking about. So let's talk about that a little bit. How long have you been writing songs? Probably since you were maybe 12 or 13, huh?
Yeah, I think I first started giving it a shot, writing it down on scratch paper. Probably when I was about 12, 13 years old. I want to say one of the first songs I wrote. I can't remember what it was called, but it was for a health project in middle school. I remember we had to do some sort of project, and that was kind of my first attempt at songwriting. And of course, it's gotten better and better here as time has gone on, and gotten a little more practice at it.
Awesome. Now, do you write with the other brothers or co-write or anything like that? Or is it just mainly you that write the songs and pitch to them and they put the music to it, or what?
Yeah, I'll throw down, get a good hook going and, along with the chord progression, how kind of a layout of how we want it to sound. And then sit there and bounce ideas off the boys when we're kind of struggling to get through a verse or a bridge. And we kind of just shoot ideas back and forth. They keep throwing words at me and I keep working them out.
Yep.
It's kind of a team effort getting them done. I'm not much of a guitar player at all, so that's where Tim kind of takes over on writing our lead pieces on the guitars, and Dan will come up with a good harmony line and help out with the lyrics, of course, too. So yeah, it's a full team effort getting them done.
Yep, that's really interesting. I just interviewed a female artist here the other day, and she said that she has a friend of hers that will give her 5 words, and just, whatever words they are, and she, because sometimes you guys get what's called writer's block, and you've probably had that too a time or two, but she said they just tell you 5 words, and you put that together somehow and make a song out of it. And that's the challenge.
Yeah, I have a hard time writing from total scratch like that. I typically start with some sort of title or idea and then work towards it. When I get hung up in a verse, that's where we start just kind of tossing words out there, and I'll start just bouncing ideas off the boys, and usually we can kind of blast through some of that writer's block as long as I got a little bit of help.
Yep. And so tell us that too, your style. Is it like, are you more lyric based? Do you have to hear the melody, or is it kind of a combination of both?
I really do enjoy a good hook in the chorus. That's kind of what I try to focus on, something that's pretty easily memorable, and easy to sing along to. I guess I don't try to write anything that's too deep or really try, I guess as much as any songwriter does, say you want people to, hear what you have to say, but I'm not too interested in trying to be pretentious about my songwriting either, if that makes any sense.
Okay. And so tell us, in the wide variety of music that you do play, the country, the rock, the pop, all of that, what are some of your favorite cover songs to do? Maybe some songs that we might know, just, because when music resonates with people, and we call it classic country, back in the 90s, there was that 90s country that got me into country radio. You just hear a few bars and you already know the words to most of it, huh?
Oh, absolutely. A couple of my favorites to do, and my most recent favorite that we've added to the set is actually Lips of an Angel by the band Hinder, which has really been a good time to sing. But then we also have the classic stuff. We almost always close our show with Friends in Low Places, Garth Brooks.
Oh, I love it.
But front end of our set, you'll find I like covering Merle Haggard and Waylon Jennings. So we kind of do, kind of a good spread of all of it. We'll also do some Luke Bryan and Jason Aldean. I mean, you kind of toss it all in there. We really do make a party out of it.
That's awesome. I got a lot of friends in low places, and hopefully they're listening to this program tonight.
I'm sure they are. I know mine will be.
You betcha. And let's talk about this, too, because we had a song that an artist that I play on the radio, we had it performed at our wedding. And so it says whether you're planning a wedding, a corporate event, a private party, you guys can do that. You probably had this. Somebody comes up to you and they say, hey, I would love to have this song played at our wedding. And when that happens, that's something they'll never forget. They'll remember it the rest of their life.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we don't do a whole lot of weddings. The ones that we have done, we have a blast doing them. We're upfront and clear about what kind of music we play. We're not a wedding band by any means, but if they like country music and they want it to, have kind of a party, then we've really had some memorable times, and some of our best shows have actually been for wedding crowds where they're really partying and carrying on with us. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that is awesome. I've got a buddy of mine that DJs weddings. He's busy every Friday and Saturday. He's booked up, probably into next year, just like I am with the radio interviews. So, that's a really cool thing. And we just celebrated our 4th wedding anniversary on October the 10th, just a couple of weeks ago from when this interview is going to air. So those are so memorable. And, that was the first thing that you do when you get married is you pick the wedding music out. When you pass away, there's going to be music at your funeral. It's just, that's how music is. It resonates that much, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It runs through a person's life a lot more than you think it would.
It sure does. Well, we're going to play Just Can't Figure Out Why with 2 weeks' notice. We got Jack Walsh with us live tonight. Then we'll come back and talk about their latest single out to radio, Drinking to Drink. There's a lot of drinking songs in country radio. We'll talk about that one next on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on this Triple Play Thursday.
Always been the man with the plan, the one that's got it all together, and the one you count on. For worse or for better, gotta have it up. Fixing things when everything get broke. I'm the one with the answers whenever there's a problem. If you got a mystery, I usually know how to solve them. I know it all, do it all, jack of all, average Joe. Recently, I've been feeling out of control. Something about this woman's got me losing my hope. Yeah, there's something that's keeping me up at night. I don't know if it's wrong, don't know if it's right. Could this be what I've been dreaming of for my whole life? 'Cause it's a long way up and it's a long way down on this roller coaster ride. My heart's spinning round, don't know what to do when those baby blues are looking into mine, and I just can't figure out why. I'll be the first to admit it that I ain't Mr. Perfect. Something needs to be said. I usually know how to word it. I can't seem to make sense of these thoughts that are running through my mind. All that dramatic, now this good old boy's turned to a hopeless romantic. Don't know what to say, I never felt this way in my whole life. Well, that's right, 'cause there's something that's keeping me up at night. I don't know if it's wrong, don't know if it's right. Could this be what I've been dreaming of for my whole life? 'Cause it's a long way up and it's a long way down on this roller coaster ride. My heart's spinning round, don't know what to do when those baby blues are looking into mine, and I just can't figure out why. Anybody thinks, now I catch myself thinking, what's she thinking of me? That long haired beauty just does something to me, and I'm holding on for dear life. 'Cause it's something that keeping me up at night. I don't know if it's wrong, don't know if it's right. Could this be what I've been dreaming of for my whole life? But it's a long way up and it's a long way down on this roller coaster ride. My heart's spinning round, don't know what to do when those baby blues are looking into mine, and I just can't figure out why. No, I just can't figure out why.
That is Just Can't Figure Out Why. 2 weeks notice with us, and Jack Walsh live with us tonight on the Tim Kelly Show. That is a great song. Thanks for making that, and glad to play it for you.
No, appreciate you playing it. I hope everybody enjoys that one.
Yeah, absolutely. That was the third time that I've had the privilege of playing it, and first time I've had you on the program, though. And many artists I've had many times on the program. So come back in a few months if you want to be back on, and I'd love to hear more from you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're working on releasing new music. I'm sure we'll have some new stuff to show off for you next time.
Absolutely. Speaking of new music, your latest single out to radio is this next one called Drinking to Drink. Tell us about it.
This one isn't our most recent. This was the one we put out back in January.
Oh, okay.
This one called Drinking to Drink. Now this one's based on a true story. This one, we had a buddy that lived over here in Fargo with us. He was kind of our tour manager. He rode around with us, helped us get shows and make everything happen. But we sure like to have a good time. And we were out at a bar one night, and for no reason in particular, just because it was a Friday. And I asked him what we were drinking to that night, and he goes, "Jack, we're drinking to drink tonight." And I thought, well, that's a country song if I ever heard one. I wrote that title down, and we ended up. Yeah, I know that next morning I woke up in the back seat of my GMC pickup, and it was 30 degrees outside. I fell asleep waiting for a cab. If that gives any idea how those events transpired.
Yep, absolutely. Well, and you were telling me, too, that you go up and down the road a lot doing your other gig and drive. So, there's probably a lot of songs pop into your head. I don't know if you listen to the radio. And some artists have told me they just drive in total silence and song ideas come to them, as you're going up and down the road. And that probably happens to you quite a bit, too.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess the guy out here in the truck, when you're on the road, you have a lot of time to think, which is pretty handy for a songwriter. You get plenty of time to work through your ideas. You can sing them as loud as you want. Nobody can hear. And,
right.
No judgment on how something sounds. So, we get a lot of good opportunity. It really works well that way.
I still do that when I'm going up and down the road, is practice talking over the intros of songs. Being a radio personality, I've done that forever, and I love a good intro of a song about 10 seconds long, and then you start singing, but a DJ can talk over that, and introduce you to the world. And that's the beauty of doing this. I love to introduce you guys to the world, and people maybe have never heard of 2 weeks notice, but after tonight's show, they're definitely going to check you out.
Oh, absolutely. We appreciate the airtime. Thank you.
You bet. Well, talk about where they can check you out here in just a second. I want to talk about the third song, though, Let's Two-Step. Tell us this one. That's a great song for dancing, I'm sure.
Yeah, Let's Two-Step. That's our latest single, came out back in June.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote that one for my girlfriend. I'd been on the road playing music and driving truck for, I think, a couple weeks. Hadn't really, been home to say hi a couple times and, grab a change of clothes and back out the door. We finally got a Thursday night off where we got to go out and to go dancing like we like to do. So,
yep.
And I thought, that sounds like a really nice song. Something, kind of a nice two-step song and, something for the girls. And, this one's been one of my favorites that we put up.
Awesome. Now, how did you meet your girl? Was it because of music or because of your travels?
This is a high school sweetheart. So
nice.
We've known each other for a better part of a decade at this point.
How about that? So were you born and raised up there in Fargo? Did you go to school there and live there your whole life?
No, we were from Park Rapids, Minnesota, about an hour and a half east of Fargo. Grew up in a logging town, and that's what our parents did. Where they were in the forestry business, still are, and so we all ended up in trucking and equipment and playing music on the side. with an aim towards trying to make the music a full-time deal.
Wow. Now, where did that love for music come from? Was it passed down from your dad or your grandpa, or was it something you guys listened to on the radio that resonated with you and said, hey, I want to do something in music?
Yeah, I guess I don't really know where it came from. Neither of our parents play any instruments. Our grandpa picked a little guitar, and I remember when we were kids sitting around watching him play guitar. But I don't know. I guess it probably just came from I've always just loved country music, and I remember watching the CMA Awards when I was 6 years old. I always looked forward to that every year, and I guess that's kind of where the music inspiration came from. I had a great grandpa that was a classical opera singer, but I guess I was too young to ever get to hear him sing, or definitely to appreciate it at all.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't really know where it all came from. It's just kind of all fallen together, and kind of you get used to doing it, and you don't really want to do anything else.
Boy, absolutely. And back when you're talking about probably 30 plus years ago, when Mac Davis and Barbara Andrell co-hosted. I know Vince Gill hosted the CMAs for like 13 years in a row from Oklahoma. That's what did it for me too. Made me want to be in country radio.
Oh, absolutely. And for me it was Brad Paisley and Carrie Underwood.
They hosted it for probably 10 years in a row or something. So that was what I grew up on as far as the CMA Awards. And I always enjoyed watching them. Absolutely. A talented young lady by the name of Lainey Wilson's going to host it this year, and it's coming up next month in November. So it's right around the corner, the CMA Awards. And boy, there's nothing better to get nominated for something like that, or maybe your dream gig is to perform at the Grand Ole Opry there in Nashville, huh?
No, I would absolutely love to do that. Red Rocks out in Colorado, I think that would be a cool venue to get to play sometime.
Yeah.
And obviously, some sort of trophy for the songs we write. That wouldn't hurt my feelings at all either.
Absolutely. Now, on your over-the-road travels, you probably are able to spend some time and research a lot of venues that you guys could play while you're traveling around the country too, huh?
Yeah, obviously I see a lot of little bars and stuff along the travels, anywhere from Wyoming to Montana, and we make a note of them. Reach out to them, and we're working on trying to put some tours together that'll take us out of the Midwest, try to get down south, out west, wherever anybody will want to listen to us. We're going to try to put it together.
That is awesome. If you get a chance, go check out 2 Weeks Notice, either in a live show or just checking out their music. Follow them on social media. And so I'm glad you found me. Where can folks find you? Tell us about how we can find you on social media.
You can find us anywhere on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You can find us at 2 Weeks Notice Music with the number 2. You got to use the number 2. We're not famous enough to get away with the word yet. Okay. You can also find us on our website, 2weeksnoticefargo.com. And that'll show you, that has our full schedule out there, all of our original music, pictures, press kit, all that stuff. You can find us there.
Awesome. Well, you're fantastic to talk to. I love this interview. Thanks for doing it. And after the live show is over tonight, it's going to go in the Tim Kelly Show interview archive, so you can like and share the interview and the 3 songs that we played tonight with all of your fans, and it's even downloadable if you want to share it on social media.
Well, absolutely. We appreciate the time. Thank you for playing our music and what you do for independent artists everywhere.
You got it. His name is Jack Walsh. He's with the great group 2 Weeks Notice. This is called Drinking to Drink, and then we're going to do Let's Two-Step on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursdays.
No, it's sure been a while since I've seen that turn me on, tear me down, pick me up, wreck my world, smile. Believe me, baby, I know just how this looks. 'Cause I'm sure you've heard these rumors are true. Spend most of my nights on the same old dirty cookie bar stool. This moving on, I did whatever it took. Think I figured it out right about now. You see me out there just painting the town. I'm just drinking to drink. Don't need no excuse. Ain't time on to the thought of how much that I'm missing you. I don't need to forget what we used to be. I'm tired of wasting all this good whiskey on a woman like you. The cold hard truth is, I don't care what you think. Tonight I'm drinking to drink. Bartender, pour up around for this pretty girl, the one that used to be the center of this small town, boy's whole world. And close out my tab, I think it's time to leave. If I took a shot for every time she left me, sitting in a half-ton Silverado backseat, then there won't be nothing left but beer up here in this bar. You see me later on, just after 2 o'clock, flipping you out from the back of a cop car. I was drinking to drink, don't need no excuse. Ain't time on to the thought of how much that I'm missing you. I don't need to forget what we used to be. I'm tired of wasting all this good whiskey on a woman like you. The cold hard truth is, I don't care what you think. Tonight I'm drinking to drink. To drink, don't need no excuse. Ain't time on to the thought of how much that I'm missing you. I don't need to forget we used to be. I'm tired of wasting all this good whiskey on a woman like you. The cold hard truth is, I don't care what you think. Tonight I'm drinking to drink. I'm just drinking to drink.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Girl, I've been thinking that it's been a little while since you and I have had some time to ourselves. I've been working, I've been saving, putting in overtime. I've sure been missing that pretty girl of mine. So grab your coat, grab your things, girl, what are we waiting for? I think it's about time I spin you around the dance floor, 'cause I'm a little overdue for a little me and you. There's only one thing left that we need to do, so let's two-step. I'm talking all night. Come on, let's heat it up under these dance floor lights. Been a long way, now it's just you and me. Let me spin you around, sweep you right off your feet. Girl, a little later on, you're driving on home. We'll let the night go where it's gonna get. Baby, let's two-step. Casanova, hold on tight, you know that, baby, I'll show you. There's a country cover band playing downtown tonight. There's something in the air that just feels right, so let's two-step. I'm talking all night. Come on, let's heat it up under the dance floor lights. Been a long way, now it's just you and me. Let me spin you around, sweep you right off your feet. Girl, a little later on, we can drive it on home and let the night go where it's gonna get. Baby, let's two-step. Something about the thought of that long dress swinging, rocking back and forth to some slow country singing. Go ask if they can play just a little Conway. Take me by my slow hand, baby, what do you say? So let's two-step, talking all night. Come on, let's heat it up under these dance floor lights. Been a long way, now it's just you and me. Let me spin you around, sweep you right off your feet. Girl, a little later on, we can drive it on home. You know the night ain't quite over yet. Baby, let's two-step. Baby, let's two-step.
the great group 2 Weeks Notice. The number 2 Weeks Notice is where you can find them on social media, and 2 Weeks Notice Fargo.com from Fargo, North Dakota. And Jack Walsh on the program tonight. Thank you for joining me. And they got some great music. Go check them out. Tell them you heard the interview on the Tim Kelly Show. And like I said, after the live show is over tonight, that interview and the other interview will end up in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives at the top of the homepage at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. We're getting ready to kick off the third hour of the show. All music from here on out and all triple plays. Everybody on the program gets played 3 songs in a row tonight. That's how we do it on Triple Play Thursday. Let's kick off this next hour with another great group. They are Creekbed Saints, Only Heart I've Ever Lost on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
I spent years trying to fit the part, losing pieces of my puzzled heart. And every night just seemed the same. I knew my love wasn't meant for games. The only heart I ever lost and needed back was mine. I'm learning how to love myself, one prayer at a time. Every scar, every tear was part of God's design. The only heart I ever lost, needed back was mine. I let the past have too much say. Let fear and doubt take my joy away. But I found grace and I found me too. And now I see my life from a different view. The only heart I ever lost and needed back was mine. I'm learning how to love myself, one prayer at a time. Every scar, every tear was part of God's design. The only heart I ever lost and needed back was mine. Don't need to chase acceptance. I was worthy all along. God reminded me that my weakness is where He makes me strong. The only heart I ever lost and needed back was mine. I'm learning how to love myself, one prayer at a time. Every scar, every tear was part of God's design. The only heart I ever lost and needed back was mine.
Song number 2.
Crossed my heart, crossed my fingers, swore I'd quit, but the craving still lingers. Bottle in my hand, lies on my breath. Woke up again, too close to death. I was chasing them, running from pain, but every high just led to shame. I hit rock bottom in a motel room, called out to you, didn't know what else to do. The weight of the world got me down on my knees, but maybe this dirty floor is where I get clean.
pay the cost I could never afford for a soul like mine. You opened the door, now I see. You did it for every addict just like me. And you found me down on my knees. I burned some bridges, I broke some vows, I lost more than I can count. Mama cried, my babies prayed, but I still pushed their love away. But you stayed close when I went too far, met me right where the broken hearts are. With trembling hands and a tear-stained face, I gave you my worst, you gave me grace. The weight of the world got me down on my knees, but maybe this dirty floor is where I get clean. You paid the cost I could never afford for a soul like mine. You opened the door, now I see. You did it for every addict just like me. And you found me down on my Now I wake up clear with breath in my chest, each day sober is a God-given test, but I ain't alone. You walk with me even when I shake, even when I'm weak. The weight of the world had me down on my knees, but you turned that wreck into my victory. You paid the cost I could never afford. Bled out hope I was dying for. Now I believe you did it for every addict just like me. And you'll keep finding me down on my knees.
That is called Addict Just Like Me. Don't you love when the songwriters and the artists tell their real stories of country music and what has happened in their lives, and they can put that out to the world? David and I from Creekbed Saints had a great conversation today, getting to know each other a little bit, and we'll get to do it on the radio in an upcoming interview. Check out my live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. I've got a great radio interview schedule of interviews coming up, and I look forward to speaking with David on the radio as well. Keep on Loving You, the third song from Creekbed Saints in the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best.
I told you so the first time you looked my way, that this heart of mine wasn't gonna stray. Like a prayer whispered into the midnight air, I'll be loving you forever and ever, my dear. On the other hand, if I did walk away, I'd be digging up bones till my dying day. Girl, you're the kind of truth that can't be wrong, so I'll keep on loving you like we're in a Randy Travis song. With a faith that walks on water in a depth deeper than the holler, I'll hold you when the nights get cold. Love you with a heart that's bold. I know one day I'll fly away. I'll thank the Lord I found you on my way. Through the highs and lows, we're right where we belong. Just two lovers in a Randy Travis song.
We've had our share of heroes and friends, but baby, this road don't ever have to end. Your hand in mine is where it's meant to be. Every part of my life keeps pointing to you and me. On the other hand, I couldn't change my heart. I've been loving you right from the start. You're the part of me I can't get wrong, and I'll keep on loving you like we're in a Randy Travis song. With a faith that walks on water and a depth deeper than the holler, I'll hold you when the nights get cold. Love you with a heart that's bold. I know one day I'll fly away. I'll thank the Lord I found you on my way. Through the highs and lows, we're right where we belong. Just two lovers in a Randy Travis song.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music.
I like the DJs. There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
And this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
Well, it's been a long week, got some money to burn. Yeah, quitting time, this much I burn. Calling up friends, get them on down, 'cause it's 2-for-1 shots of Jack and Crown. Take me down to that honky-tonk color, where the beer is cold but the girls are hotter. Cowboys are strong but the drinks are stronger. Redneck, white knuckle, blue collar. The cover band is loud, you can bet your bottom dollar. So let me hear your honky-tonk holler. Bar stools as warm as the boots on the hardwood floor. Our man keeps dancing and always wanting more. Bikers ride in and raise a glass to the ones who've fallen and ain't coming back. Hey, I'll drink to that. Take me down to that honky-tonk color, where the beer is cold but the girls are hotter. Cowboys are strong but the drinks are stronger. Redneck, white knuckle, blue collar. The cover band is loud, you can bet your bottom dollar. So let me hear your honky-tonk holler. So throw your money down, we're fixing to have us a good time. Swing your partner around Svi's hired hand holding tight to the reins. One morning, young Blue felt something was wrong. Blinded by pain of his horse, he did fall. Swallowed by mountains, cactus, and rocks. Dreamily, he fell into a rattlesnake wall. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, a close ticking sound. Get up, oh, get up from off of the ground. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, wake up, young Blue. The devil himself is staring at you. Big old black rattler, as dark as midnight, was coiled up between his legs, ready to strike. Trapped in his grip, Blue had just one thought: I'm dancing with death in a rattlesnake wall. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 hours went by, neither one trusting the other that night. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Blue took control. He said, you better back down, and on thy belly thou go. Well, the serpent thought twice, Blue's fear never shown. God told that devil, get back down below. Young cowboy Blue knew a lesson was taught. Have faith when you dance in the rattlesnake wall.
Her name is Ashley Westcott. She is from Arizona. She's a great artist, and that is a great song. Her latest out to radio, in fact, right there, called Rattlesnake Waltz, and also Honky Tonk Holler before that. We'll have one more from Ashley in just a moment. But I do want to say that we just wrapped up a great radio interview not too long ago. You can check that out in the Tim Kelly Show interview archives, and you get to hear the stories behind these songs that I'm playing from her tonight in those interviews. And Rattlesnake Waltz is a good one because you know how it is out in the desert in Arizona, and there's a ton of rattlesnakes out there. Well, one came up on her husband one time when he was sitting under a tree, and he stayed motionless for a couple of hours. I couldn't have done it, but I don't know what you do in a case like that, but he did not get bit, and that's where Rattlesnake Waltz come from. Great story. Ashley Westcott Music on social media. Go check her out. She is fantastic. The third song in the triple play for Ashley is called Come On In. Please do that right now on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Do you think I don't know what you're feeling? Little secrets your eyes are revealing. You're not a man who likes walking the floor. So come on in, turn out the light and close the door. Call it love, call it fate, call it crazy. side you've never seen before. So come on in, turn out the light and close the door. Gonna show you the way a woman loves a man, and baby, you will find you're holding heaven in your hands. 'Cause I'm gonna love you like no one loved you before. So come on in, turn out the light and close the door. Gonna show you the way a woman loves a man, and baby, you will find you're holding heaven in your hands. 'Cause I'm gonna love you like no one's loved you before. So come on in, turn out the light and close the door. Oh, I'm gonna love you like no one's loved you before. So come on in, turn out the light and close the door. So come on in, turn out the light and close the door.
This is Beverly Brown Sims, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio, playing New Country's best.
Give me a cord of wood, gas in a tank, flicker from a match, speakers full of Hank. Hey, I'm a country boy. Give me a cane pole, bobber on a line, Old Creek Bank and some mulberry wine. Hey, I'm a country boy. Hey, I'm a country boy. I don't run and I don't beg, like to get down with all my friends out at the creek bank late at night almost every weekend. I like a mud hole with real deep ruts, rain like hell, I don't get stuck. Hey, I'm country, yeah, I won't deny it. Hey, I'm a country boy. There's no way to hide it. Give me a shotgun, four-wheel drive, old hound dog that'll stay by my side. Hey, I'm a country boy. Give me my dingoes, pair of starch jeans, dip cup, my can, my baby by me. Hey, I'm a country boy. Hey, I'm a country boy. I don't run and I don't beg, like to get down with all my friends down at the creek bank late at night almost every weekend. Not like a mud hole with real deep ruts, rain like hell, I don't get stuck. Hey, I'm country, hey, I won't deny it. Hey, I'm a country boy.
friends down at the creek bank late at night almost every weekend. I like a mud hole with real deep ruts. Rain like hell, I don't get stuck. Hey, I'm country, and I won't deny it. Hey, I'm a country boy. There's nowhere to hide it. There's nowhere to hide it. Hey, country boy.
Song number 2.
Firing up my pickup, I'm on my way to work. 8 to 5 just to get mine, living life for what it's worth. Now I'm down to my last dollar, last cigarette. Still worried about tomorrow, but I ain't giving up yet. I'm not a preacher, but damn it, I'm gonna preach. Everybody wants to get there fast, got a soul for you gonna read. You've got your hands out, but these handouts ain't for free. No, baby, not on me. Baby, not on me. Oh, us backwood boys are yelling, not on me. Oh, yeah. It's badass, bro. That is badass. We're coming to your town. Shit. I know that's what you're used to, but it's time for things to change. This living off the back of the working man's the wrong way to earn your pay. 'Cause we learn young how to do it. This is how we were born and raised. We wake up, go to work, make it home, go to church, love God, family, USA. You do it your way, and I'll keep doing it mine. Ain't always that easy, but it works for me every time. You've got to get up, man. I've given all I think I can give. Made by the sweat of my brow, forged me the life that I live. And I'm tired of what's going on. I think it's time people to see there ain't nothing for free. Yeah. Oh, us backwood boys are yelling not on me. Oh, not on me. Ain't nothing for free. Yeah, not on me.
His name is Randy Randy Cobb. That is a great tune called Not On Me. You can check out the great video to that song on YouTube. And also Country Boy before that. He is definitely one of those. He's got that great country sound as well. Our second radio interview is an upcoming radio interview. Check out the full interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage of my website at KICRIndieCountryRadio.com. Randy Cobb Music is where you can find him on social media. He just popped into my TikTok right now, ladies and gentlemen, at Tim Kelly on air. Come over here, say hello to Randy Cobb, let him know you love his music, and he is a fantastic artist and working with Brickshore Media, my good friend Nicole Zeller out of Nashville, Tennessee. That is awesome news as well. His third song in the triple play is the brand new one out to radio. I've played it several times. It is called The Sand from Randy Cobb on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
We was just kids and found those 78s. Suppertime sun was a TV dinner plate. Mama did dishes, Daddy went to work. Saturdays was fun, Sundays were for church. Old John G. over yonder, sitting there on his porch, with a Henry and his hound dog whistling while he worked. Right there down the road, those kids are jumping rope, smiling and laughing, just some good hometown folks. Oh, what I'd give to go back there, just a fun-filled kid, not a worry, not a care. The sand, you know it sure runs fast, wish I could stop it somehow in that funny-looking glass. Things are different now, but in some ways still the same. Mom and Dad are gone, never knew I'd feel such pain. Tomorrow I've learned, man, it's such a blessing. So pretty as it rises and so peaceful as it's setting. Kangaroo and Rogers, Foghorn Bugs and Pepe Le Pew. I turned the knob for the Rascals, the Stooges, and good old Andy too. And right there during dinner, when Walter came on at night, they cried for Vietnam, prayed for those who fight. Black and white on the TV, it's just the way it was. Not just there on the tube, y'all, but through Daddy's tough love. What I'd give to go back there, just a fun-filled kid, not a worry, not a care. The sand, you know it sure runs fast, wish I could stop it somehow. Yeah, what I'd give to go back there, just a fun-filled kid, not a worry, not a care. The sand, you know it sure runs fast, wish I could stop it somehow in that funny looking glass. Oh, I miss you, Mama. Yes, I miss you, Dad.
Listening to Triple Play Thursday on KICR Indie Country Radio.
His daddy's daddy picked up some land, built every brick with his bare hands. I didn't know that could be done. Things were easy way back then, long before the turning winds, long before the clouds covered the sun. Out where the sun sets low, 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. He took her back through that hometown. She vowed she'd never stick around. Them crickets ringing in her ears. 20 years how they flew by. The city girl within her died. No better time or place than here. Out where the sun sets low. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. I go back from time to time past that old ghost town sign. Sometimes I wonder why'd I go out where the sun sets low. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road. Best little town, I swear. Stop by if you dare. Further out in the middle of nowhere. Ooh, out where the sun sets low. 20 long miles outside of Ghost Town Road.
Song number 2.
Not a care in the world, but a hope and some dreams in my little Ford truck, cruising down on 15, thinking this is where the life was at. And this beach city life's been good to me, but I can still appreciate the simple things. And I remember where my daddy hung his cowboy hat. I guess your mind don't let you throw away things like that. Like a tumbleweed blown into the sea. Barstow to HB. Barstow to HB. Down PCH, them waves explode, but I remember fishtailing down that old dirt road. And I know you can't turn back the hands of time. With all its glitz, glamour, fortune, and fame, I'd still miss the smell of the summer rain. And I can almost catch the scent as the memories spring to life. Like a tumbleweed blown into the sea. Barstow to HB. Barstow to HB. But when I went back home, that sand just didn't flow quite the same as it used to. And the smell of the desert rain just wasn't the same. And you think, did it change you? Maybe both are true. Like a tumbleweed blown into the sea. Same California sky, but the sun sets differently. Barstow to HB. HB. Down here you can bump elbows with stars every night, but you can't see a single one shine in the sky tonight. Remember Haley passing me when I was 5. Naive youngster thinking I was the man. Well, here at the beach I'm just a grain in the sand. But now somehow I still found her, like a tumbleweed blown into the sea. Same California sky, but the sun sets differently. Barstow to HB, Barstow to HB.
Barstow to HB. HB means Huntington Beach. He is from Huntington Beach, California. He is live in my TikTok right now at Tim Kelly on Air. His name is Ryan Bodine, and he's a great country music artist. Ghost Town Road before that. That's a song I got to play next Friday night on Halloween. We're going to be doing that spooktacular show as well next week. Be sure to tune in for that one. And Ryan Bodine is hanging out with me right now on TikTok at Tim Kelly on Air. Come in and say hello to him, and he's got some great comments. One of them was his songs are freaking amazing, and they absolutely are. They're loving you, Ryan. So check out our full live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage of KICR IndieCountryRadio.com, and you will see Ryan Bodine upcoming on that schedule as well. It'll be our second radio interview, and we're going to have a great time catching up. He works with my good friends and sponsors of this program, Clarksville Creative Sound. The third song in the triple play for Ryan Bodine, his latest single out to radio, My Dearest Melody, on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on Triple Play Thursday.
You're always there for me every time I need to run and hide, or sometimes get away from this crazy life. Your love surrounds me every time I need you the most. Through my darkest hours, finest days, cheers and toast. You follow me around when I hold you so near. To save me every time you sense fear. Move me, calm me, don't let that feeling go. I've been feeling lately, you've been acting a little cold. If I go with you, will you set me free? Please understand my melody. Understand my melody. People say that catching you, keeping you is just a dream. Now you're not chasing me, I'm chasing you, so it seems. Me in the night, whisper sweet, nothing's in my ear. By the time I'm out of bed, then words of wisdom disappear. Move me, calm me, don't let that feeling go. I've been feeling lately, you've been acting a little cold. You, will you set me free? Please understand my melody. Please understand my melody.
Nick Taylor, and you're listening to the Tim Kelly Show's Triple Play Thursday on KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country best.
Pulled up deep in the woods where the pine trees lean. Tailgates down and we're set in the scene. Speakers blasting, cooler packed, mud on the tires and we ain't looking back. Yeah, hands in the air when the beat drops loud. We turn it up when the sun goes down. We raise it up like Friday night. Boots in the dirt and the fire's burning bright. Sing it loud, don't care who sees. It's back road parties where we feel free. Shake the ground, let the good times hit. If you ain't sweating, you ain't lived it yet. Yeah. Bonfire crackling in the tailgate shade. Somebody jumped in the creek by mistake. Uncle Maddie's dancing with a boot in hand, and someone turned the dog bowl into a beer can. Yeah, hands in the air when the beat drops loud. We turn it up when the sun goes down. We raise it up like Friday night. Boots in the dirt and the fire's burning bright. Sing it loud, don't care who sees. It's back road parties where we feel free. Shake the ground, let the good times hit. If you ain't sweating, you ain't lived it yet. Yeah. One more round, one more song. Ain't going home till the fire's gone. Boots in the dust and the night's still young. We broke 3 chairs and the vibe's still strong. We raise it up like Friday night. Boots in the dirt and the fire's burning bright. Sing it loud, don't care who sees. It's back road parties where we feel free. Shake the ground, let the good times hit. If you ain't sweating, you ain't lived it yet. Uncle Maddie's still going, I'll bet.
Number 2.
I was living with my guard up, barely getting through. Swapped our old house for an echoing room. A friend said a few were coming my way. Then you stepped from the van and time slipped away. 2 years gone, but my heart still new. Like the wind off the river came rushing through. I was unraveling, lost in defense. But you looked at me like I still made sense. You came back when I barely knew me. And somehow you still saw me. You still saw me. You still saw me. Started slow, just text at first. Late night calls when the silence hurt. You made me laugh when I didn't know how. Set up my page like it mattered now. I told my best friend you were reaching again. Felt the butterflies, I swore wouldn't begin. 2 years gone, but your voice still knew how to find the girl buried deep in the blue. I was bruised, quiet, numb in the dark, but you spoke like the silence never kept us apart. You came back when I barely knew me, and somehow you still saw me. You still saw me. You still saw me. I almost backed out, afraid to be seen, still caught in the shadow of where I had been. But your eyes were calm like a place to land, and something in me reached for your hand. You said there's a party and someone would swing by. I hoped for a reason to not go, but got no reply. I stood in the mirror, tugging my sleeve, still carrying weight. I couldn't believe, but your voice felt like home in a world gone wrong. You still saw me. You still saw me. You still saw me. You came back when I barely knew me, and somehow you that barely knew me, and somehow you still saw me. You still saw me.
Her name is Allie Rae, A-L-Y, capital R-H-A-E, all one word. That is called Still Saw Me. And before that, Back Road Party. Man, we're having us a party tonight on TikTok Live at Tim Kelly On Air. Come in and say hello to Allie Rae and all her fan base. She got a bunch of them, and they are loving these tunes. And we got one more to play from Allie Rae in just a second. But we're going to have an upcoming radio interview. Be sure to check out that full live interview schedule at the bottom of the homepage at KICR. IndieCountryRadio.com. Let's do a little Tailgate Crush, the latest single out to radio for Allie Rae on the Tim Kelly Show from KICR, Indie Country Radio, playing new country's best on Triple Play Thursday.
Yeah, you pulled up play with the sideways grin, truck bed shaking with your rowdy friends. I tripped on a log, nearly dropped my cup. You caught my hand and you pulled me up. Now the music's loud, but I only hear you laughing at my two-step, missing a shoe. You stole my hat, I stole your beer. We're laughing so loud the whole creek can hear. Mud on my boots, but your hands in mine. This tailgate crush got me feeling just fine. Somebody scored all the burgers and buns, but I swear this night's still the best kind of fun. I don't even care, cause you're leaning close, whispering something about who you love most. This party's wild, but it's plain to see all the fun out here just leads back to me. You stole my hat, I stole your beer. We're laughing so loud the whole creek can hear. Mud on my boots, but your hands in mine. This tailgate crush got me feeling just fine. Stars come out and the crowd dies down. It's just you and me with the crickets around. Forget the noise, boy, I've had enough. This tailgate night turned into love. You stole my hat, I stole your beer. We're laughing so loud the whole creek can hear. Mud on my boots, but your hands in mine. This tailgate crush got me feeling just fine. Yeah, this tailgate crush turned into a night where the sparks in a fire met the sparks in your eyes.
Listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
There's a girl to my left headed home with a hunch, gonna try to catch them both in the act. There's a kid on my right, gonna see her daddy tonight with a pawn shop diamond on the dash. There's a blinker that's been on for the last 3 miles, bet they got that radio turned up. So many different faces, headed different places, in a long line of cars and trucks. We're coming, we're going, we're just passing through. We're living in the windshield and in the rear view. We're spinning our wheels, trying not to get stuck in a long line of cars and trucks. Cars and trucks. Burning Man, Bonnaroo, Deadheads headed to the next show in a dust-covered van. There's a mom behind me with one in the booster seat. Man, I swear they grow up so fast. We're all on the go and we all think we know where we're headed and where we'll wind up. Yeah, we're running out of time watching life go by in a long line of cars and trucks. We're coming, we're going, we're just in a long line of cars and trucks. We're coming, we're going, we're just passing through. We're living in the windshield and in the rear view. We're spinning our wheels, trying not to get stuck in a long line of cars and trucks. Spinning our wheels, trying not to get stuck in a long line of cars and trucks. Cars and trucks.
Song number 2.
This small town might not look like much, just corner stores and rusty trucks and everything else that I love. It's all right here. Some people can't wait to get out. Me, I think I'll just stick around, 'cause heaven looks like here to me, where I wanna be. So give me a hell yeah and an amen for the good times and good friends. We raise them up, then we drink them down. We all get lost, we all get found. When the whiskey buzz starts to move you, Friday feeling cuts right through you. That's a good Lord talking to you. That's a neon hallelujah. That's a neon hallelujah. It's my favorite prayer to pray. It's a John boat on the lake. It's a tin roof a rainy day. It's the way we got it made. So give me a hell yeah and an amen for the good times and good friends. We raise them up, then we drink them down. We all get lost, we all get found. When the whiskey buzz starts to move you, Friday feeling cuts right through you. That's a good Lord talking to you. That's a neon hallelujah. That's a neon hallelujah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a blue sky, it's a truck bed, it's a cold beer, it's a godsend. It might seem ordinary, but don't let it fool you. That's a neon hallelujah. That's a neon hallelujah. Oh, so give me a hell yeah and an amen for the good times and good friends. We raise them up, then we drink them down. We all get lost, we all get found. When the whiskey buzz starts to move you, Friday feeling cuts right through you. That's a good Lord talking to you. That's a neon hallelujah. That's a neon hallelujah. That's a neon hallelujah. Neon hallelujah. Neon hallelujah.
His name is J.D. Shelburne. That is called Neon Hallelujah. And before that, a great tune called Cars and Trucks. And the third song is going to end the show tonight. He is the gentleman that I always end the show with. And that's the time that it is, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for being here with me tonight. We have had a blast on this Triple Play Thursday edition of the Tim Kelly Show. And I want to thank my special guest tonight in the radio interviews, Brad Thomas from the Brad Thomas Project, and 2 weeks' notice for being on the program tonight as well. Join me tomorrow night at 7 o'clock Central Time. I'll be live again at KICR IndieCountryRadio.com. And my special guest tomorrow night will be Rosedale Junction and Chad Bushnell from Northern California. You'll get to hear the stories behind their songs, and we'll have the best in new country music for you, brand new songs for you tomorrow night on New Music Friday. The Tim Kelly Show is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like the Tim Kelly Show on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio with J.D. Shelburne. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on. I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on. Oh, I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn